Hey, welcome to Living a Blessed Life. These are your daily words of encouragement brought to you by Spirit. And if you stay till the end, I'm going to do a twin flame love reading in honor of the new book release, Because I Want to Fly Free by Emily Rise. If you're interested in reading it, it's based on a true story. It's a fictional story. She wrote it as a fictional story, but it is based on her how she actually met her twin flame, which happened to be her doctor, and how she fell in love with him and all the challenges she faced and all that along the way. So if you want to check out the book, read. I've got it in the link in the description below. But yeah, let's get started and see what Spirit's message are first, and then we'll do the twin flame reading. So I'm gonna get started out with one of my fairy decks here, and we'll see what we need to know for our highest good to help us keep going strong. What is it that we need to know? What do we get here? We got wait for winter. During the colder months, the Fairy Queen of Winter will help you manifest your most heartfelt wishes as long as your intentions are for the highest good of all. So I feel like this has a lot to do with walking your path. And winter, as I record this, isn't all that far away. And it's just like, right now, I feel like focus just one step in front of the other, right? Just doing the best you can. And as long as your intentions are for the highest good of all, right, they will manifest. Friendship. Fairies and humans alike need friends. Now is the time to seek out those who will support and encourage you on your journey to fulfill your dreams. So I feel like overall this card is just about being in the right environments, right? Being around people who are there for you, who show up for you enthusiastically, who are cheering you on, keeping you on strong, right? Who have goals themselves. You know what I mean? Like people you can collaborate with, bounce ideas off with. You know, people you can say, hey, I'm having a hard time. Maybe, you know, you're just not feeling it. Your mindset's not in the right place, and you have those people around you, right? Just kind of boost you back up and get your energy back up, right? To help you keep going strong on your path and doing what you're meant to do. Sometimes we just all need those reminders, and that's why I do the daily words of encouragement. Is exactly for that. Because sometimes we all just need that boost of encouragement, saying, hey, you can do this, you've got this, right? Because not all of us have that person in our lives to be able to do that for, you know. And that's another reason I show up here, because I know what that's like. It's hard when you're doing it alone. Any other messages out of here for highest good? Something just flipped. Or maybe it didn't. It sounded like it did, but it doesn't look like it is. Alright, I'm going to keep going. Any other messages out of here? Yep. What do we get here? Moon energy. Surrender to the natural ebb and flow of life. If you're feeling confused, this fairy comes to calm your emotions and reassure you that peace of mind is possible. So when you're feeling out of alignment, just take some time to breathe, to relax, to just above all else, just kind of shut your mind up, so to speak. Just let your thoughts go. Just stop thinking about anything and just breathe and be in the moment. And that's where you find peace, right? That's where you're, you know, that when, especially when your emotions are running high and you're worried and all that, that helps bring peace. You know, I find that's the easiest thing to do, is to calm the mind, so that you don't have all this stuff going on in your mind and running and distracting you and keeping you more in more chaos, right? Maybe sitting out in the moonlight will help, right? Being out in nature, something of, you know, along those lines. Night times often, especially later at night, it is, or really, really early in the mornings. Sometimes that's the calmest time to kind of to just be at peace, because usually the energy when people are asleep and winding down for the day, it helps, you know, it helps you get in a calmer state, of being. Moderation. Is there something you know you shouldn't be eating? Try to eat mindfully and healthily. There we go. Although the fairies say that a little bit of what you fancy is fine. And I don't feel like this just has to do with food. I think it has to do with a lot of things, right? Social media, what you're giving so much of your time and your energy to, your thoughts even, right? If it's not good for you, you know, pay attention to it. Like, what are you thinking so much? What are you believing to be true so much? What are you focusing on? What are you spending most of your time on? Are you watching like TV shows that stress you out and are, you know, filled with all kinds of like drama and anticipation? And do you find yourself at night worrying a lot? Maybe, you know, pay attention to that stuff. Like, what are you, you know, it's not just like food you're feeding yourself, it's thoughts, it's what you're taking in through your senses, so be careful. You know, it's fine to, you know, dabble in things that you enjoy but maybe aren't exactly just super good for you here and there, but don't just keep, you know, taking that in and then wondering why you're not running at your best. Music is one to pay attention to as well. Hold on, these cards are going different directions. Alright, here we go. Anything out of here for highest good? Celebration. Get ready to let your hair down and celebrate. It is time to go out and dance and play. An invitation could be on the way, and I feel like if this resonates with you, it could have to be with somebody coming along and asking you out on a date, and maybe you've known this person for a little bit and they haven't said anything or shown any interest, and maybe they're finally going to break the silence. Maybe a friend comes and asks you out just to go have fun, something along that lines, family member, something, but you know, be open. I feel like above all else to just, you know, living your life to the fullest, being open to opportunities and for the chance to lighten your load and go be playful, right, and just have fun again. So I'm hearing to go to Moonology. So we're gonna go over there and see what's going on. Okay, here we go. Moonology. Alright. For highest good, what is it that we need to know? Game's soaring out. The answers you need are coming. I feel like there's going to be some type of communication coming in soon. And maybe it's from another person, maybe it's from your intuition, maybe it comes in a different form, right? But just know that the answers you need are coming. What other messages do you have for us today for highest good? I gotta go retrieve that. Alright, sorry about that. It's a time for healing. Yeah, I kind of been getting that reading, or that feeling in this reading is just take some time to breathe out. To breathe out before you think you're just going to keep hitting that wall. Just take some time and send your energy where you want it to go. Instead of trying to figure everything out every step of the way, first and foremost, I feel like Spirit is like, just calm down. And don't keep giving into those feelings that aren't serving you. So that you don't keep ending up, you know, repeating like the same patterns. A new romantic cycle begins. Nothing will come of the situation. So yeah, again, I feel like that has to deal with stop thinking things are gonna be a certain way. Like you're never gonna get the outcome that you want, especially I feel like if it has to do with love. Be open to allowing the right person, the right opportunity come into your life. Sometimes we shut ourselves off from that. We don't realize we're blocking exactly what it is that we do desire. And that could be in any, not just relationships, but with money, with health, with the way we want our life to look. Just saying. Alright, anything else out of here for highest good? Alright, so I am being told to go into your twin flame reading. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to start out here with tarot. And we'll see. Let's see. Alright. When it comes to our twin flame, and just remember this is a collective reading, just take it as it resonates, okay? When it comes to twin flame love and our twin flame, what is going on? That's a 9 of Cups. The 9 of Cups. And I feel like it's like they're wanting you as much as you're wanting them, even if they're not saying it right and you don't have that confirmation. Just know, I think that they're thinking about it in a very like, yeah, this is what I want kind of way. Anything else we need to know out of here when it comes to twin flame love? Look at the 3 of Swords, and yeah, I feel like it's like I want this, and they're missing you, and you know, either way, I feel like overall it's just weighing heavily on their minds. Kind of like how much longer can they hold out type thing, you know? Maybe they're wondering that themselves, you know? Maybe it's not just you going crazy, maybe it's they're going crazy too over it and they just haven't said anything. Alright, I'm hearing to go back to Moonology, so I'm going to go back to Moonology, and this still has to do with the twin flame love reading, so I don't know. There must be something out of here they want to say. Let's see what happens. Alright, the twin flame love. What is going on? Have faith in your dreams. I feel like this message is for you. To have faith that they will be back. That you will see them again, hear from them again, whatever it may be, but just have faith in it. Anything else out of here when it comes to the twin flame love that we need to know? Alright. We got meditate and contemplate. I feel like keep your energy in balance. You know, it's hard when you're on that journey and you haven't had contact with your person. It's easy to look and be like, well, they haven't texted me. I haven't seen their phone call come through. You know, I haven't ran into them, nothing, right? Keep it in balance. Keep in touch with who you are and listen to your intuition on the next move that you should make. Definitely, this is always good advice, take time to breathe out. It's like, watch what you're giving your energy and your time to, especially when it comes to your connection. Expect powerful change. That's what they're telling you, to expect, instead of like thinking it'll never work out, you'll never see them again, expect powerful, positive change. These are things you can do to help mend it, right? It's time to release negativity. Yeah. That's a big one. When you're on that twin flame journey, to not try to think so negatively about it and be like, well, you know, this is what everybody else is saying. This is what you know, when you're thinking, I know it's easy to think you'll never see them again, but sometimes, especially when it comes to that connection, when you're thinking so much like that, it's literally blocking it from happening. The end of a tough cycle approaches. You can breathe easy, is what I feel like Spirit's saying. Just rest assured, it's going to, you know, everything's going to happen just as it should. Then we've also got be bold and make the first move. And not necessarily, but before you go and just start trying to give away, contact them, I would say contemplate that. Honestly, be bold and make the first move. I would just take that as it resonates with you. I would take some time to really think about what that bold move that you need to make is. Because maybe that has something to do with just healing something in you. Or, you know, just, you know, it's different. It's going to be different for every single person watching this. So just think that through from a place of, you know, your intuition and listening to your heart and soul, what the first move you need to make is. And it could be physical contact, but just make sure it resonates with you. It's a time to give rather than take. I feel like this could too, I would just say, if nothing else, take this as a card to just always send your twin loving energy, right? To send them positive, uplifting thoughts. And to hold that vision of what you see that you want to come true. It takes strength. It's going to take standing in your power sometimes to make it through this. But you have that control, that ability to be like, you know what, I'm holding on to this. This is what I want. This is what I want to make happen, right? And having faith in all of it. You know, just doing your part. But yeah, those are your beautiful messages for today. Again, go check out the description if you want to read the book, Because I Want to Fly Free by Emily Rise, which is a fictional story based on her actual story of meeting her twin flame. So thank you so much for being here with me, and have a beautiful rest of your day.